Most people imagine successful businesses as exciting companies built around revolutionary ideas, charismatic founders, or products that dominate headlines, yet many of the world's most reliable businesses are almost invisible. They solve ordinary problems that people rarely think about until they need them, and because those needs repeat day after day, these businesses often generate steady cash flow regardless of trends. Their owners are not necessarily working every hour the business earns revenue because the systems, contracts, or recurring demand continue even when they are asleep. The interesting lesson is not that these businesses create effortless wealth because they still require planning, investment, and management, but that boring often beats exciting when consistency matters. Take self-storage facilities as one example. Most customers rent a unit because moving, downsizing, or business inventory creates a long-term need rather than a one-time purchase. Once belongings are stored, many customers keep paying month after month simply because moving everything again is inconvenient. That creates recurring revenue supported by a relatively predictable operating model. Vending machine routes work on a similar principle. Every snack, drink, or convenience purchase is small, yet thousands of these transactions accumulate over time. The owner spends more effort maintaining inventory and servicing machines than actively selling products, allowing revenue to continue between visits. Laundry businesses provide another illustration. Washing clothes is not optional, especially in dense neighborhoods where many residents do not own washing machines. Every load represents a small payment, but the machines continue serving customers throughout the day with limited staff involvement. Car washes demonstrate how automation changes labor requirements. Modern systems allow many customers to pass through quickly while memberships generate recurring monthly income. Instead of depending on individual sales, operators often focus on maintaining equipment and keeping the experience reliable. Parking lots may appear unremarkable, yet valuable locations can produce steady demand from commuters, office workers, and visitors. Digital payment systems further reduce manual operations, making revenue collection increasingly automated. Commercial ice machines quietly support restaurants, hotels, hospitals, and convenience stores. Few people think about ice production until it disappears, which is exactly why dependable suppliers often retain long-term customers. ATM ownership is another example where the machine performs the transaction while the owner earns a fee under agreed arrangements. Although electronic payments continue growing, ATMs remain important in many areas and businesses. Waste collection businesses benefit from one of the most consistent forms of demand imaginable. Homes and businesses continually generate waste regardless of economic cycles, making collection services essential infrastructure rather than optional spending. Portable toilet rentals illustrate how temporary events and construction projects create recurring service contracts. While not glamorous, they solve a necessary logistical problem that customers willingly pay to avoid handling themselves. Document shredding companies operate in the background of countless organizations. Businesses handling confidential information regularly require secure disposal, creating recurring relationships built on compliance and trust. Commercial cleaning companies often perform their work after office hours, allowing clients to arrive each morning to a clean workplace. Long-term contracts create predictable scheduling rather than constant customer acquisition. Water vending stations and purified water refill services continue serving neighborhoods where affordable drinking water remains important. Once equipment is installed and maintained properly, customers return repeatedly. Billboard advertising converts physical space into recurring rental income. Businesses lease visibility rather than purchasing the structure itself, and long-term advertising agreements can provide relatively stable revenue streams. Equipment leasing companies earn income because many organizations prefer paying monthly rather than purchasing expensive machinery outright. Predictable payments replace large one-time purchases for customers while generating recurring cash flow for owners. Many warehouses serving local businesses often rent storage space for inventory, tools, or archived records. As companies grow, Storage needs frequently expand without requiring new construction from the customer. Subscription-based pest control businesses rely on prevention rather than emergency treatment. Regular inspections and scheduled maintenance create recurring appointments throughout the year. Commercial landscaping companies maintain offices, shopping centers, and residential communities through seasonal contracts. The work repeats because grass continues growing and outdoor spaces require ongoing care. Digital parking management software has transformed traditional parking operations by automating payments, monitoring occupancy, and reducing staffing needs. Technology allows operators to manage multiple locations more efficiently while collecting recurring service fees. Industrial equipment maintenance businesses rarely attract public attention, yet factories depend on machines functioning reliably. Scheduled maintenance agreements reduce unexpected downtime, making preventative service valuable for both provider and customer. Finally, mailbox rental and package receiving services have become increasingly relevant as e-commerce expands. Small businesses, remote workers, and travelers often need secure mailing addresses, creating another recurring service built around convenience rather than excitement. Across all 20 examples, the common pattern is surprisingly consistent. None depend on constant viral marketing, celebrity founders, or rapidly changing consumer trends. Instead, they benefit from recurring demand, operational systems, and customers who value reliability over novelty. The broader lesson is that sustainable businesses often succeed because they solve ordinary problems repeatedly, allowing revenue to become more predictable over time. That does not eliminate risk or guarantee profits, but it explains why many experienced investors spend less time chasing exciting ideas and more time looking for businesses that quietly keep working long after the owner has gone to sleep.